Guys, I'm coming at you for part 5 of season 7 Supernatural review. Hopefully, I can finish it here. I don't know. We'll just wait and see. Episode 15, continuing this part or whatever. Repo Man. Now, this is about a guy named Jeremy or whatever that Sam and Dean try to help or whatever get this demon out of him. And Nora was there as well to help them too. Some chick that they knew or something. I don't know. But yeah, that happened right around the time the apocalypse season happened when they were trying to find Lilith. So yeah, they got the demon out of Jeremy. Or Jeffrey, my bad. I meant to say Jeffrey. And then years later, to the present where it is now, Jeffrey comes back or whatever, and it shows him and Sam and Dean go to find him. They first find Nora to talk to her, and then they talk to Jeffrey when they find him. And they say the demon's back and all that, and they're like, oh god. And Nora's son is missing. And Lucifer's still messing with Sam's head and all that, and trying to get in his head. And he's like, come on, I'm bored, I want someone to talk to. And he says, shut up to him. And he's like, oh, you said shut up to me. And Dean is with Jeffrey at this factory or something, I don't know, where Nora's son's there. And Jeffrey knocks Dean out or whatever. And then ties him up and then says, oh, I was kind of pissed at you guys for getting rid of my demon. So Jeffrey's kind of a serial killer and a psycho. And he kills his own fucking dog, which is fucked up. I'm like, okay, yes, you can kill this son of a bitch. And Dean's like, oh, you sick son of a bitch. And he does it. He kills his own fucking dog. And the dog was innocent, man. That's fucked up. And yeah, the demon possesses Nora's son or whatever. And Jeffrey gets killed off by Dean's hand, which Dean meant to kill the demon or whatever. Or something, but Dean killed Jeffrey, so thank God that son of a bitch is dead. And Nora and Sam arrive there at the same time when Dean kills Jeffrey, and uses an exorcism to get rid of the demon just so Nora can have her son back. And the demon's gone, and Nora has her son back. And they go back to the hotel, and Sam rests up, is about to rest when Lucifer's like, Sam. And Dean's the only one sleeping. And he's like, you think you're gonna go to sleep? And you think you can play those little tricks on me? I don't think so. I believe I got you now, friend. So, yeah, it shows at the end of the episode where there's fire around the bed, and then he's like, come on, Sam, say it with me. He's like, good morning, Vietnam. I'm like, oh, God. But yeah, this episode's getting a 4.5 out of 5. Episode 16, Out with the Old. Now, this is a town in, I think, Michigan or something. Maybe Wisconsin, I don't know. But yeah. It's a town where this lady's trying to sell stores or whatever, and this lady and this other, her assistants, they're Leviathans. They're trying to sell the store for something. Just to get business or whatever, or some kind of business, I don't know. They're just doing that, and one guy says no to them, and yeah. First they think it's possessed items or something, or cursed items or whatever, but that's what they think when this guy opened the cursed boxes or whatever. So they have to put those items back in place and all that. And yeah, after that, that's not what the real case is here. Pretty much it's the Leviathans trying to sell the stores around that town, and Sam's kind of really sleepy and losing it because Lucifer's messing with his head and just taunting him, just becoming a pain to him. But yeah, they were able to kill the Leviathan or whatever that was messing with the guy who took the curse boxes out and opened them and all that. So yeah, they killed the Leviathan, and then one of the Leviathans that they let live said it's going to be a research facility, and they said we're going to cure cancer or whatever, and they're like, that's their whole goal, to cure cancer, which I thought was weird. And then I don't know if they killed the guy. I think they do, but yeah. After that, Sam and Dean just hit the road, and Dean tells Sam to get some sleep, and then they go to Frank's house, and then they find that the place is wrecked in Frank's RV or something, and pretty much he's dead. The Leviathan's got him. And that's the end of the episode, and that episode's getting a 4.5 out of 5. Episode 17, The Born Again Identity. This is where Castiel comes back or whatever, but he's not known as Castiel. It's around the time Sam loses his rocker and is just running away pretty much in the beginning of the episode, where you see him just not really doing too good, and then one of the guys is like, I can knock you out and all that. And then, as Lucifer is, he wakes Sam up by throwing something at a window that's not really there. But the guy doesn't wake up. And Sam gets out of that guy's car, and just Lucifer's singing, good morning to you, good morning. I was like, what the heck? I was like, this is funny. I'm like, okay, he put on a good performance by him being imaginary in Sam's head. And then Sam gets hit by a car, trying to run away because he's like, oh god, he's gonna fuck with me again. And then Sam ends up in this institution, or yeah, in this psych ward or something, where they're like, oh, he's not really doing so good. And his intestines or whatever are just, he's in pain everywhere, and he's slowly dying. That's pretty much what's happening. He's gonna die if this keeps up. And he helps this chick out that's in that hospital, and gets rid of her brother, who's a ghost and haunting her. And then these guys just sedate Sam and the nurses or whatever, and then I think his name's Emmanuel that comes to save Sam or whatever, and pretty much Meg's with them as well. I don't want to go into too much detail because it would just be too long to go into detail, and I'd have to do more parts for the videos. But yeah, Castiel takes on Sam's burden, and he has to shift the thing that he's going through, so Castiel's going to be the one that's going to take on what Sam was dealing with. So he's going to be seeing Lucifer, and he does. He just shifts that thing, and Sam's all better. And Castiel is in the hospital along with Meg. And Meg actually joins the team for the psych ward thing when you see at the end of the episode. And episode 17 is getting a 4.5 out of 5. Episode 18, Party on Garth. Now this one was pretty good. Well, okay. It shows Garth in the beginning, right after this guy gets killed after he drinks. This is like a drinking ghost or whatever, a shoujo. It's like an alcohol demon or something. An alcohol spirit or whatever that comes and kills you. And it killed this guy's brother, and then this kid's brother or whatever. And then Garth shows up trying to figure out what's going on. And yeah. Then this other kid gets killed at the same time. They think it's this Jenny Green tree thing in the beginning is when they said it. But yeah, his older brother or whatever gets killed, and then the dad's just grieving over his lost sons. And Sam and Dean come to investigate as well when Garth screwed up and thought it was this Jenny Greentree chick, and who he thought was the problem when he burned her bones and all that. But no, it was an alcohol spirit, a shoujo, only people could see. And yeah, Garth is like kidnapped the uncle or whatever, and then Sam and Dean have to go to investigate who's the shoujo's going after and this guy's son or whatever. And Garth gets him to safety and is like, come with me if you want to live. And he's like, what the fuck are you doing, man? And he's like, I'm saving you from this spirit that's trying to get him. And then Garth just flies back and hits this window or whatever. And then this kid's running, and then Sam and Dean come to his rescue and then kill the shoujo because this thing or whatever just moved the sword just Dean's hands and then stabs this shoujo. Dean does, and the shoujo dies. And then Garth wakes up again and says, what did I miss? And then, yeah, after that, the shoujo's dead, the kid's alright that was working there, and the uncle's alive too. And Garth actually hugs Sam at the end and is like, and then Garth departs from Sam and Dean, and Sam's saying, you're right. He's like, you're right. He has grown on me. So episode 18 is getting a 4.5 out of 5. And right before I get into the next one, they did show at the end where Bobby comes, and Dean thought Bobby was there with the shoujo thing and all that when this unknown entity just handed Dean the sword or whatever, and he thought it was Bobby, and yes, it was. And it shows you that Bobby's alive and helping the boys and helping Sam and Dean. So yeah, episode 18 is getting a 4.5 out of 5. And I think I'm going to do one last one real quick. Episode 19 of Grave Importance. Now this one was a pretty good episode. Okay episode. It shows this chick named Annie who calls up the boys just to meet and all that because they're trying to meet for this breakfast thing they do in her hometown. And then she goes to find her daughter in this haunted house, and the Whitmore house, and her daughter dies, so does the boyfriend, by this guy that tries to warn him to get out, but Whitman's the one that killed him. But it shows you this guy that's running towards them might be the one that killed him. And then Annie suffers the same fate as well. The guy runs into her and kills her, I think. That's what it shows you. And then Sam and Dean tried to go and investigate because she didn't show up at their brunch or whatever that they usually meet at when they come into town, Sam and Dean. And Bobby's helping them out as well, and they go to the Whitmore house. 2 other kids get killed before Sam and Dean investigate that house. Or they do investigate the house first, and then they find nothing, and Bobby and Annie are just pacing around, and the spirit helps them. So yeah, just to survive and all that. And then these 2 kids get killed that try to go in the house. These 2 guys, teenagers, get killed by Whitman or whatever, or Whitmore or something. And then Whitmore or whatever takes a trip with Sam and Dean and tries to kill them. And then Whitmore gets possessed back into the house, and then that's where they find Bobby after they stop Whitman and destroy his bones. Or whatever. Or something they do. So yeah, Bobby comes back as a spirit that they can see at the end of the episode, and Annie gets set free. Or something. All the spirits get set free that were trapped in that house. And so, yeah. I think this episode's getting a 4.5 out of 5, and I will be returning to you guys in the next part for the last 4 episodes. So stay tuned for that, and I'll see you in the next video.